Alright guys, today I want to discuss Diablo 4's seasonal model and whether it's time for Blizzard to challenge the current status quo. Join me as we delve into the intricacies of seasons in ARPGs and explore potential avenues for innovation. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, I do want to establish what seasons represent in the realm of ARPGs. Essentially, a season is a limited time event where players start over fresh, tackle new challenges, and earn exclusive rewards. It's a chance to test your skills and compete for leaderboard positions. Seasons are often considered a positive aspect of ARPGs for several reasons. They inject excitement and variety into the gameplay experience and create a sense of progression and discovery. They also foster a strong sense of community, with players engaging in friendly competition, sharing strategies, tips, and build guides. However, the seasonal model is not without its flaws. It's crucial to acknowledge the concerns that players have expressed about the current seasonal model. One common issue is the potential for monotony. The repetitive nature of grinding similar challenges each season can lead to burnout, especially for long-term players who have experienced multiple seasons in a row. In addition, the requirement to start fresh with each season can be frustrating for players who have invested significant time and effort into their non-seasonal characters. The constant reset may not appeal to those seeking long-term investments in their progress and in character development. Finally, seasons do tend to alienate some players who find it challenging to invest the necessary hours to stay competitive or complete seasonal objectives due to the limited playtime they have or real-life obligations. Diablo 4 is bringing something unique to the table, including the introduction of a battle pass with unlockable seasonal items. However, it's worth considering how this feature may impact the seasonal model. Requiring players to use only seasonal characters to interact with a battle pass might pose some limitations and exclusivity concerns, potentially locking out casual players with limited playtime. The vanilla launch of Diablo 4 seemed to strike a delicate balance between casual and hardcore elements, but maybe a little bit too balanced. While the game's systems initially appeared deep and promising, hardcore gamers have noted the lack of build diversity and reliance on similar mechanics. On the other hand, casual gamers may find the initial complexity overwhelming. With limited in-game guidance and the absence of armor sets acting as guides to viable builds, the current system might be a little bit of a challenge. Should Blizzard scrap or modify the current seasonal model for Diablo 4? Well, there's no easy answer to that question. What I can say is, this is an opportunity for Diablo 4 to challenge the norms and redefine the ARPG landscape. Perhaps it's time to reevaluate the ladder race every season and explore a more meaningful and inclusive way to engage players across different play styles. Maybe implement a different dungeon every season with unique mechanics and a proper boss fight. This would allow players to compete not only in leveling, but figuring out new mechanics. You could still tie a leaderboard to this activity to promote competition throughout the entire season. Outside of PvE, maybe Blizzard can invest some time in the PvP aspect of the game. They could work to balance PvP and give players a viable rank system and leaderboards every season. They could implement an arena mode and different game modes and mechanics to keep players engaged and give people different ways to interact with the season and seasonal content. With the introduction of the Battle Pass system, does it really make sense to lock this to only seasonal characters? How does this affect people with limited playtime or real-life obligations? Does this actually alienate your casual player base from this part of the game? What about challenges and cosmetics that you've unlocked in a previous season? Should you have to regrind for everything, or should you be able to continue where you left off in a previous season? And I do feel like we need to touch on the Codex of Power. Do we really need to regrind for aspects in the Codex of Power, or can we be allowed to keep these every season? I know that right now, grinding for aspects is sort of filler content until Diablo 4 gives us other things to do. But can we just go ahead and cut to the chase and make these permanent to where we don't have to grind them until Blizzard decides we no longer need to? The ARPG seasonal model has been around for years, so maybe it's time to challenge it a little bit. I know that I don't have all the right questions to ask, and I know that I don't have all the right answers. So let's ignite a discussion in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the current seasonal model for ARPGs, and do you believe that Diablo 4 should try to challenge that? If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to check out our backlog of content, and as always, have a great day.